As a new YouTuber, I get so excited to receive comments from my subscribers. One of you requested I recap one of the hottest new mangas, Oshi No Ko, and I love it. Thank you so much to all of you who like and subscribe to new manga channels like mine, and let's begin our complete Oshi No Ko volumes 1 through 6 recap right now. In the quiet, rural outskirts of Japan, life moves at a leisurely pace, far removed from the hustle and bustle of the city. Guru Amemiya, a dedicated gynecologist, spends his days caring for the medical needs of a small community. His work, though fulfilling on the surface, hides a deep and lingering emptiness that has shadowed him for years. This void, a remnant of a tragedy that shattered his world, continues to haunt him. The loss of a young patient he had grown attached to left a wound on his heart that time could not heal. Yet, amidst the darkness that pervades his life, there's one source of light. AI Hoshino. AI, a young and radiant idol, unknowingly becomes Guru's beacon of hope. Her performances, brimming with joy and energy, offer him a temporary escape from the pain that lingers in his heart. Through her songs and unbreakable smile, AI embodies everything pure and beautiful in the world, the symbol of happiness that Guru admires from afar, never imagining that their lives would intersect. One ordinary day, Guru's life takes a dramatic turn. News arrives that AI Hoshino, the very idol he has adored from a distance, is coming to his hospital. The reason is far from ordinary. AI is pregnant with twins and has chosen Guru's small, inconspicuous hospital for the delivery. The revelation leaves Guru stunned. How could someone as famous as AI end up in this quiet town? And why was she pregnant at such a young age? When AI arrives, she is not the shining figure Guru had seen on stage. Instead, she is a 16-year-old girl burdened by the weight of the world's expectations and the secret she has been carrying. Eyes bright and carefree demeanor is replaced by a nervous tension, though her determination remains unshaken. She has made the decision to keep her children, even if it means risking her career and facing the judgment of society. For AI, the stakes couldn't be higher. The idol industry thrives on the image of perfection, youth, purity, and unattainability. An idol's worth is measured by how well they can project these qualities, and AI has mastered the art of being the perfect idol. But behind the scenes, her life is far from perfect. The father of her children is absent, and the thought of raising twins on her own while maintaining her career is overwhelming. Despite the overwhelming challenges ahead, AI remains resolute. Her children are her own flesh and blood, and she is determined to protect them at all costs. As AI and Guru talk, an unexpected bond begins to form between them. Guru, still in shock, can't help but see AI not just as an idol, but as a frightened young girl in need of help. His professional instincts kick in, and he vows to do everything in his power to ensure a safe delivery for her and her children. He sees it as a chance to repay her for the comfort her music has brought him over the years away to protect the light that has kept his own darkness at bay. AI, on the other hand, finds herself trusting Guru more than she expected. In the midst of her isolation, surrounded by a world that demands perfection from her, Guru's genuine concern and professionalism become a source of comfort. He doesn't see her as an idol to be worshipped, but as a person, someone with fears, hopes, and dreams of her own. The days leading up to the delivery are filled with tension and meticulous preparation. Guru ensures that AI's presence at the hospital remains a secret, involving only a select few staff members. Despite his efforts, a sense of unease lingers in the air. On the day of the delivery, the hospital is unusually quiet, the air thick with anticipation. AI, in labor, remains determined despite the pain. Guru is by her side, guiding her through each contraction, offering words of encouragement. The delivery room, normally a place of routine, feels charged with emotion. For AI, this moment marks the beginning of a new chapter in her life, the moment she meets her children for the first time. The first baby is born, a healthy baby girl. Ai's eyes well up with tears as she cradles her daughter, overwhelmed by the love she feels. For a brief moment, the worries and fears that have plagued her melt away, replaced by pure, unfiltered joy. But the delivery is not yet over. As Guru prepares to deliver the second baby, something unimaginable happens. A shadowy figure, who has been lurking in the hospital, suddenly appears in the room. Before anyone can react, the figure lunges at Guru, stabbing him with a sharp object. The attack is swift and brutal, leaving Guru bleeding on the cold hospital floor. In his final moments, Guru's thoughts are consumed with regret. He had promised to protect Ai and her children, but now, as his life slips away, he fears he has failed them. But fate has other plans. As Guru's consciousness fades, he finds himself in a strange, liminal space. He is no longer in the hospital, no longer the man he once was. Instead, he is reborn, his soul inhabiting the body of a newborn baby who would soon be known as Aquamarine, Ai's son. Alongside him is his twin sister, Ruby, who has also been reincarnated with the memories of a past life. For Ai, the arrival of her twins marks the beginning of a new chapter in her life. Despite the chaos and danger that had surrounded their birth, Ai is determined to protect her children and give them a life filled with love. She knows that the road ahead will be difficult, that the world of entertainment is fraught with challenges and dangers. But Ai is no longer just an idol. She is a mother, and she will do anything to keep her children safe. Ai Hoshino, now a mother of twins, finds herself navigating the complexities of her dual life. The arrival of her children, Aquamarine Aqua and Ruby, brings new challenges and responsibilities that she must balance with her demanding career. The public, unaware of her secret, still sees Ai as the epitome of youthful innocence, a shining star in the entertainment industry. But behind closed doors, Ai's life is anything but simple. Ai's apartment, discreetly nestled within the city, has become a sanctuary for her and the twins. The once lonely and quiet space is now filled with the sounds of laughter and the cries of her newborns. Despite the fatigue and the relentless demands of motherhood, Ai finds fulfillment in her children. They are her world, and she is determined to give them the love and care they deserve, even if it means making sacrifices in her career. The entertainment industry, however, is unforgiving. Ai's management company, Strawberry Productions, led by the shrewd and calculating president, Ichigo Seitu, is relentless in its pursuit of maintaining Ai's image. To the public, Ai must remain the perfect idol, beautiful, pure, and unattainable. The existence of her children, if revealed, would shatter that image and potentially end her career. Seitu understands the risks involved, but sees the potential in Ai's talent. He is willing to support her, but he makes it clear that Ai must tread carefully. Despite the challenges, Ai continues to perform, her public persona carefully crafted to maintain her status as a top idol. On stage, she is radiant, her smile bright and captivating, masking the exhaustion and worries that plague her. Every appearance, every interview is a performance within a performance, a delicate balancing act between her professional life and her responsibilities as a mother. Back at home, Ai's life revolves around Aqua and Ruby. As the twins grow, they begin to show signs of their reincarnated souls. Memories of their past lives flicker through their young minds, though they lack the ability to fully express them. Aqua, in particular, is unusually perceptive, often observing his surroundings with a quiet intensity that belies his age. Ruby, on the other hand, is more openly expressive, her eyes wide with curiosity and wonder. Ai's love for her children is evident in everything she does. She dotes on them, often spending sleepless nights caring for them, even as she prepares for the next day's performances. Yet, There's always a lingering fear in the back of her mind, a fear that someone might discover her secret, that the fragile balance she has created could come crashing down at any moment. One evening, after a particularly grueling day of rehearsals, AI returns home to find Aqua awake, staring up at her with those intense eyes of his. She can't help but smile at him, even as fatigue pulls at her. AI picks him up, holding him close, and in that moment, she feels a deep connection with her son, as if he understands her in ways that go beyond words. "Hey, little guy," AI whispers, brushing a lock of hair from Aqua's forehead. "You're gonna be just like me, aren't you? Always thinking, always worrying ... But don't you worrying about a thing. Mama's got this." But even as AI tries to reassure herself, doubts linger. The entertainment world is full of vultures, always circling, waiting for a moment of weakness. AI knows she has to keep her guard up, not just for her sake, but for her children's as well. Meanwhile, at Strawberry Productions, Seitu is busy managing the day-to-day operations of the agency. He's a man who understands the intricacies of the idol industry, the way it can both elevate and destroy lives. Ai's situation is unique, and he's determined to protect her secret as long as possible. But he also knows that secrets have a way of coming out. One day, Seitu receives a call from a tabloid journalist who has been digging into Ai's past. The journalist is persistent, fishing for any scrap of information that might lead to a scandal. Seitu, with his usual calm demeanor, deflects the questions, offering vague responses and misdirections. But the call leaves him uneasy. He knows that if the press gets wind of Ai's children, it could spell the end of her career. In response, Seitu tightens the security around AI, ensuring that only trusted individuals are allowed near her and the twins. He also advises AI to be extra cautious, reminding her of the importance of maintaining her public image. AI listens, but deep down, she's tired of living a double life. She longs for the day when she can be honest, when she can live freely without fear of judgment. As the days pass, AI finds herself increasingly torn between her love for her children and the demands of her career. She knows that being an idol requires sacrifices, but she also knows that her children need her. It's a dilemma that weighs heavily on her heart, one that she wrestles with every day. In a rare moment of vulnerability, AI confides in Guru, who continues to be a steadfast presence in her life. Guru, now reincarnated as her son Aqua, can sense his mother's struggles, even if he cannot fully comprehend them. He watches her with a quiet understanding, feeling a strange mixture of sadness and love. One night, after putting Ruby and Aqua to bed, AI sits alone in the living room, her mind racing with thoughts of the future. She wonders how long she can keep up the charade, how long she can continue to be both the perfect idol and the perfect mother. The weight of her responsibilities feels overwhelming, but AI knows she has to keep going for her fans, for her career, and most importantly, for her children. But as much as AI tries to maintain control, the cracks in her facade begin to show. The pressure mounts, the lies pile up, and AI finds herself increasingly isolated. She can't confide in anyone, not even her closest friends in the industry. The fear of being exposed is constant, and it takes its toll on her mental and emotional well-being. Despite these challenges, AI continues to perform, drawing strength from the love she feels for her children. Every time she steps on stage, she reminds herself why she's doing this, why she's fighting so hard to keep her family together. But even as she smiles and sings for her fans, a part of AI wonders how much longer she can keep up the act. AI stands in front of a mirror, dressed in her idol costume, ready for another performance. She stares at her reflection, the image of perfection she has carefully crafted over the years. But beneath the surface, AI is filled with doubt and fear. She knows that the world she's built is fragile, that it could all come crashing down with just one wrong move. Yet, despite everything, AI remains determined. She knows that the road ahead will be difficult, that the sacrifices she has made will weigh heavily on her. But AI is resolved to protect her children, no matter the cost. She will continue to be the idol the world loves, even if it means hiding her true self from the world. As AI steps out onto the stage, the spotlight shines down on her, and she is once again transformed into the star her fans adore. But in her heart, AI knows that the real challenge lies not in the performance, but in the life she leads off stage, the life of a mother fighting to protect her children in a world that demands perfection. AI Hoshino, the beloved idol, who is secretly a mother of twins, continues to juggle her demanding career with the challenges of raising her children. Aqua and Ruby, each day presents new difficulties as AI navigates the pressures of the entertainment industry while fiercely protecting the secret that could end her career if revealed. Ai's apartment has become a fortress of sorts, a place where she can momentarily escape the relentless scrutiny of the public eye. But even within these walls, the weight of her dual life bears down on her. Every morning, she wakes up to the cries of her children, their innocent faces reminding her why she continues to fight so hard. And yet, as much as AI loves her children, the constant fear of exposure lingers in the back of her mind. The entertainment world is unforgiving, and AI knows all too well how quickly public opinion can turn. The image of purity and perfection she has carefully cultivated is what keeps her at the top. But it's also a fragile facade, one that could shatter with the slightest misstep. Ai's management, led by the ever-pragmatic Ichigo Seitu, continues to emphasize the importance of maintaining her image. Seitu is aware of the risks involved, but is committed to protecting Ai's secret, knowing that her success is tied to the agency's fortunes. AI prepares for another day filled with rehearsals, interviews, and performances. Her schedule is grueling, leaving little time for anything else. But AI endures it all with a smile, knowing that this is the price she must pay to secure a future for her children. Despite her best efforts, however, the strain is beginning to show. Ai's once boundless energy is waning, and the demands of motherhood combined with her career are taking a toll on her physically and emotionally. One morning, as AI prepares to leave for a rehearsal, she is confronted with a scene that both warms her heart and breaks it. Aqua and Ruby, now toddlers, are playing together in the living room, their laughter filling the air. AI watches them from the doorway, her heart swelling with love. They are her everything, the reason she continues to push herself beyond her limits. But as she watches them, a pang of guilt and sadness tugs at her. AI knows that the time she spends away from them is time she can never get back. She wants to be there for every moment of their lives, to watch them grow and experience the world. But the demands of her career keep pulling her away, and AI can't help but feel that she's missing out on the most important parts of being a mother. The thought of leaving them behind every day tears at her, but she steels herself, reminding herself that she's doing this for them for their future. Before leaving, AI kneels down and hugs her children tightly, holding them close for just a moment longer. Aqua looks up at her with his intense, thoughtful eyes, as if he understands the inner turmoil his mother is going through. Ruby, ever the affectionate one, wraps her arms around Ai's neck, not wanting to let go. "Mommy has to go to work now," AI says softly, her voice tinged with sadness. "But I'll be back soon. Be good for me, okay?" Ruby pouts, not wanting her mother to leave. But Aqua simply nods, his gaze steady and unwavering. AI kisses them both on the forehead before standing up, forcing a smile as she waves goodbye. As she walks out the door, the weight of her responsibilities settles heavily on her shoulders. She knows she has to be strong for them. The day's rehearsals are as demanding as ever, with AI expected to perform flawlessly despite the exhaustion that grips her. Every move, every note must be perfect. There's no room for error, no space for the fatigue that gnaws at her. AI pushes through, her mind a blur of choreography, lyrics, and stage directions. But no matter how hard she tries to focus, her thoughts keep drifting back to Aqua and Ruby. Between rehearsals, AI finds a quiet moment to herself, slipping away to a secluded corner of the studio. She leans against the wall, closing her eyes as she tries to gather her strength. The relentless pace of her life is catching up to her, and for the first time, AI feels truly overwhelmed. She can't help but wonder how much longer she can keep this up, how much longer she can balance the demands of her career with the responsibilities of motherhood. As AI struggles with her doubts, Seitu approaches her, noticing the fatigue that has begun to dull her usually bright demeanor. He's concerned, but also pragmatic, understanding that Ai's success is crucial to the agency's future. But Seitu also knows that AI is human, and the pressures she faces are immense. You need to take care of yourself, AI, Seitu advises, his tone uncharacteristically gentle. You've been working nonstop, and it's starting to show. You don't have to do everything alone. AI looks up at Seitu, her eyes filled with gratitude, but also frustration. She knows he's right, but she can't afford to slow down. The industry is ruthless, and she has worked too hard to let it all slip away. I know, AI replies, her voice weary. But I can't stop, I have to keep going for them. Seitu sighs, knowing that Ai's determination is both her greatest strength and her greatest vulnerability. He admires her dedication, but he also worries about the toll it's taking on her. Just don't forget to take care of yourself too, Seitu says, placing a hand on her shoulder. You're no good to anyone if you burn out. AI nods, appreciating his concern, but her mind is already racing with the next task, the next performance. There's no time to rest, not when so much is at stake. As the day wears on, AI continues to push through her exhaustion, drawing on every ounce of strength she has left. She knows that her children are waiting for her at home, and that thought gives her the resolve to keep going. But even as she smiles and performs for her fans, AI can't shake the feeling that she's living on borrowed time, that the secrets she's kept hidden for so long will eventually come to light. That night, after a long day of work, AI finally returns home. The apartment is quiet, with Aqua and Ruby fast asleep in their beds. AI tiptoes into their room, watching them sleep peacefully, their innocent faces untouched by the worries that plague her. For a moment, all the stress and fatigue melt away, replaced by a deep sense of love and protectiveness. But even in this peaceful moment, AI is haunted by the knowledge that her life is built on a precarious foundation. The idol industry is a world of smoke and mirrors, where image is everything and reality is often hidden behind layers of deception. AI knows that if her secret is ever exposed, everything she has worked for could be destroyed. But as much as she fears that possibility, she knows she has to keep moving forward. In the darkness of her apartment, AI makes a silent vow to herself and her children. She will protect them, no matter what. She will continue to be the idol the world loves, even if it means sacrificing her own happiness. For AI, the weight of her secrets is heavy, but it's a burden she is willing to bear if it means keeping her children safe. AI finds herself in the midst of another grueling day of rehearsals. The bright stage lights glare down on her as she practices her choreography with mechanical precision. Every step, every gesture is rehearsed to perfection, leaving no room for error. The audience, those who see her perform live or on television, are captivated by her seemingly effortless grace and charm. But beneath the surface, AI is exhausted, both physically and mentally. The pressures of maintaining her image, coupled with the responsibilities of motherhood, are beginning to wear her down. In the dimly lit rehearsal hall, AI finds herself momentarily alone, taking a break between sets. She sits on the edge of the stage, her mind drifting to thoughts of Aqua and Ruby. The twins are growing quickly, and each day brings new challenges and milestones. AI feels a pang of guilt for not being there to witness every moment of their development. She knows she's missing out on their childhood, and it weighs heavily on her heart. As she sits there, lost in thought, a fellow idol approaches her. Kana Rima, a talented and somewhat cynical young actress and performer, has noticed Ai's fatigue. Kana, who is known for her sharp wit and blunt honesty, isn't one to mince words. She's aware of the brutal realities of the entertainment industry and has seen how it chews people up and spits them out. "You look like you're running on empty," AI, Kana remarks, leaning against the stage with her arms crossed. "You're not fooling anyone, you know. How long do you think you can keep this up?" AI looks up at Kana, surprised by her directness. She forces a smile, trying to maintain the facade that she's always relied on. But she knows Kana is right. The cracks in her armor are becoming more visible, and it's only a matter of time before someone else notices. "I'm fine," Kana, AI replies, her voice tinged with weariness. "Just a little tired, that's all." Kana raises an eyebrow, unconvinced. "We're all tired, AI, but you've been pushing yourself too hard lately. You can't keep pretending everything's okay when it's not." AI sighs, knowing that Kana is only trying to help. But the truth is hard to admit. The truth is that she's struggling, and the burden of her secrets is becoming too much to bear. But AI can't afford to show weakness, not now, not ever. "I'll be fine," AI insists, though her voice lacks conviction. "I just need to get through this week, and then I can take a break." Kana doesn't push further, but she gives AI a knowing look. "Just don't wait until it's too late to take care of yourself. The industry won't do you any favors if you collapse." With that, Kana walks away, leaving AI to her thoughts. AI watches her go, feeling a mixture of gratitude and frustration. She knows Kana is right, but admitting that she's struggling feels like admitting defeat. And AI Hoshino doesn't do defeat. As the day wears on, AI pushes through the rehearsals, drawing on every ounce of strength she has left. But her thoughts keep drifting back to her children, and she can't shake the feeling that something is wrong. She hasn't been able to spend much time with Aqua and Ruby lately, and it gnaws at her. AI knows that being an idol requires sacrifices, but she wonders how much more she can give before there's nothing left. That evening, AI finally returns home, utterly exhausted. The apartment is quiet, with Aqua and Ruby already in bed. AI quietly tiptoes into their room, her heart aching as she watches them sleep. She feels like she's missing out on so much of their lives, and the guilt is almost too much to bear. As she stands there, lost in her thoughts, Aqua stirs awake. His eyes flutter open, and he looks up at AI with those intense, thoughtful eyes that always seem to see right through her. AI smiles softly, sitting down beside his bed. "Hey, little guy," AI whispers, brushing a lock of hair from Aqua's forehead. "Did I wake you?" Aqua doesn't respond, but he reaches out and grabs Ai's hand, holding it tightly. The gesture is simple, but it's enough to bring tears to Ai's eyes. She leans down and kisses his forehead, feeling a deep sense of love and sadness all at once. Aqua doesn't respond, but he reaches out and grabs Ai's hand, holding it tightly. The gesture is simple, but it's enough to bring tears to Ai's eyes. She leans down and kisses his forehead, feeling a deep sense of love and sadness all at once. "I'm sorry I'm not around as much as I should be," AI murmurs, her voice barely audible. "I wish I could be here with you and Ruby all the time. But I have to keep working. I have to keep up the act, or everything will fall apart." Aqua listens quietly, his small hands still clutching Ai's. Even though he's just a child, there's something in his gaze that makes AI feel like he understands her struggles more than she realizes. Ai's heart aches with the weight of everything she's trying to juggle, and for a moment, she feels like she might break. But she can't break, not now, not ever. AI knows that if she falls apart, everything she's worked so hard to protect will come crashing down. She has to keep going, no matter how hard it gets. I'm not a fan of cliffhangers, so this is a good time to stop. But don't think the story has slowed down. In fact, it gets crazy. You're going to believe what happens at her concert the next day. Thank you for listening and giving me a like. I made a playlist on my channel especially for Oshi No Ko you should check out right now. Subscribe for part 2. Until next time, friends. Thank you for being here with me.